I'm gonna have to. What the heck? What the heckulus? Something's going on with my iPad. It's not charging. I think the cable's bad. Oh wait, let me see. Try this cable. Not sure if y'all are already tuned in with your boy. Loading up the session right now. Bear with me, I'm having a couple technical difficulties. Gonna straighten that up right away. Then my cable went bad. We gonna see though. All right. Let me log into YouTube on my phone so I can view. I'm back, man. It's been a little minute, ain't it? Been a little minute, ain't it? Yeah. What's up, man? I can see you. I can see the chat now. Yep, there it go. I think my cable went bad. So today we are gonna talk about the song Out of Here by Ariana Colletti. And I hope you enjoyed this song as much as I enjoy working on it. Okay. And this is just a mix. This isn't I don't have any mastering. This is one track where I was not hired to master it. Or was I? I probably did it in a separate session. But anyway, can't remember. So we all have heard Ariana's songs that I've worked on. And this is just another testament to her artistic ability and talent. Fire pop song. And this is actually one of the few pop songs that I've had the honor to work on. Oh. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? Hey, you know what, brother? Y'all gonna be disappointed. I don't have a template. I make strictly off of concept. So I'm gonna show y'all how my thought process works, and I'm hoping that y'all could build y'all's own templates, or I could actually, I could remove all the information out of this and just let y'all have the session as a template. I could do that. I can do that. Um, it'll take a little minute, but I guess this will be my pop mix template. Okay. Now let's just go ahead and work on that there. So this is Ariana Coletti's Out of Here, and I'm just gonna play it from start to finish. so y'all can hear the song and as it develops. Okay, let's go ahead and run that. It starts here.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things I think I wanna know. Well, sorry, but I got to go. I got another place.
Sorry about that. I'm gonna I think my settings were reset. Oh no, these are all the same settings. Never mind. It's like I can't hear it for some reason. Hold on, give me a sec. Give me a sec.
Out of here from all these people whispering in my ear.
Yeah, I think oh, what the heezy?
Out of here.
Interesting. Give me 2 seconds. Shucks. I'm not sure why that was automated, but we're gonna figure that out. Go blend. Let me find that track. Sorry about this, guys. I want y'all to hear it like as it was. This should have been the volume amount. I think after an update, this may have been changed, the knob. So let's go ahead and let me fix this real quick. Something may have changed when they did the update. So this is actually should be 100%. And I'm not sure why this is like that, guys. Go ahead and paste it here. All right. Gonna go back. Get rid of this automation on the blend. Go ahead and just remove blend amount. It's really just the volume of the actual this output out gain here. Strange. Not really sure why that was like that. But anyway, I'm gonna start it over.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things I think I wanna know. Well, sorry, but I got to go. I got another place to be where someone else can appreciate me a little more, a little more. And I've been waiting long enough to find someone see. At least I have myself, and that's all I need.
So that's pretty much the gist of the song here. Thanks, my friend. Yeah, this is like one of the few pop mixes. I don't do a lot outside the genre, so I'm actually very happy about this in particular. Um, and just this is all live. So as you can see, updating your plugins. Sometimes, man, if you don't print your effects, your plugins will, after an update, will have different knobs and different things in different places. So where the gain was at one point, I think it was here. It has shifted to over here. So my Studio One was thinking that this blend knob is the gain knob, because I guess it just shifted positions on the plugin itself. Yeah, so this here I'm gonna have to fix. Always be careful when updating your plugins, man. Holy crap. I'm gonna have to do that. And let me just go ahead and get rid of the. So that's just stuff that happens, right? When you update your plugins or your DAW in general. So this is a pop song. Again, this is by Ariana Colletti. I'm gonna walk through how I did the instrumental, the effects for the instrumental, and the beat itself. All right, so this is for the song itself, excuse me. So let's just go ahead and start. 'Cause, everybody's favorite thing is vocals. Let's start with the instrumental for now. For me, I start with the instrumental. Let me just go ahead and get rid of the vocals out of my view for now. Let's just focus on those instrumentals, man. All right, drums. I got some stuff going on the drums, man. And you know how I like my drums to be nice and punchy and fat. And we're gonna see what I did there. All right, so drums. We're gonna go bottom up instead of top down, because that's how I did this mix. All right, so we got let's see what we got here, man. Very light. Check it out. Listen to what this is. So what this is a texture. It's nothing that's supposed to be really heard but felt. Now listen to this next track. You can't really hear that. But as these things accumulate, they build the texture underneath the drums. I didn't do any processing on that, because one, it's already kind of a texture thing. I don't want to do nothing to make it obscure or obscene. It's just supposed to blend in nicely underneath the main drum parts, right? So here's what I got on, what is this here? This is the actual kick drum. That thing sounds crazy, man. I screwed it up, that's why. So what did I do? All I did was this. Purple Audio 76. I put medium attack, quick release with a sharper or more intense ratio, knee basically. And I'm knocking down what? No more than 3 dB. Then I'm hitting this clipper. This clipper is what's giving some of the sustain to the kick, but while also retaining the punch. So now you can hear what it's doing. It's really bringing back about, what am I doing? I'm taking about 5 dB away. Oh wait, no, wait, hold on. 3 dB away and 3 dB back, right? And what I'm doing specifically is the diode texture. I want some of that tube saturation on the from the diode on this kick. That's what kind of helps drive that tone. And the knee is very soft or medium soft, I guess, where the saturation engages sooner but more smoothly instead of very abruptly. That's what that does. Clear difference, all right? Next, I'm listening to this. I didn't name these, honestly, but we're going to see what it is. We're going to see what it is. Oh, it's a kick or the clap, I believe. Oh, I guess this is the top of the kick. So this is kind of like a beater to the kick to kind of give it that drive, right? So I increased the input gain by 3 dB. I drove the kick into the 77 pretty hard. About 5 dB of reduction. And so together, these all sound like this. So not only does it give the top of that kick, you'll hear what it also adds to the snare. Here's the snare, I believe. Here's the snare by itself. And here's what I did. Purple Audio into, and I guess I need a little bit more loudness, so I clipped it. And what you can see and kind of hear is I'm giving more body to that kick without doing too much EQ and whatever. Give me 1 second. I gotta close this door. All right. Sorry about that. So not too much, nothing crazy going on. And so this mix is pretty big, semi-big, not nothing crazy, but there's enough tracks and enough stuff going on here where my CPU is working, right? So what did I do? Here's why I chose these. A lot of these are very low latency, very low CPU usage. K-Clip 0 is like the most basic form of clipping you can get. And so that's why I chose it. It doesn't sound bad. It's very transparent when you want it to. And it does the job, especially for individual sources. And then after that, I added this stereo spread for the snare to make it sound bigger. So check this out. Sorry about that. So this is Ozone Imager. This is all, shoot, man, most of this stuff you could do with stock, and this is actually this is like free 99. You can get this for free. I turned stereo eyes on, left this alone. This is standard at 6 milliseconds, and I put it on for one mode. The only thing I really changed is the amount of this, 30%. Boom. That did the job. So that made my snare sound big without being overly compressed and smash sounding. And I didn't do anything to this crash. It's pretty simple. Crash and what's this thingy? Oh, claps. Like I think these are like rhythm claps. So what I did here is, obviously, that 76 has just been doing the work. It was just the right tone for that particular thing, right? So 76 or 77, I'm sorry, the Purple Audio 77, which is, obviously, you know what that is. And I increased the gain 8 dB because it was just very quiet. Let me see. See, I just needed more gain. It really wasn't nothing serious. As you can see, if I zoom out, they're very low in volume, the actual audio itself. So, after that, because I was kind of smashing those transients, those tight, I needed to make it a little bit tighter, right? With this rhythm clap and hi-hat section. So all I did was increase the transient on the attack on this transient processor. So I don't know if you can hear, but the very edge of those hi-hats and claps are now starting to feel like they're jumping out of the speaker. That's what I wanted for this, because as the song moves on, things build up and things start to feel lost. And I don't know if you heard that, but those snaps and claps or hi-hats and claps started to sound very flat. Let's see. Sorry about that. Solo. And because I unlinked the key, I think one of the keys here, I did this kind of without thinking. I unlinked the stereo field. So if there happened to be the right side is louder than the left side, it was just that. And that kind of made it feel like it was moving around, because there's already like some natural movement going around in the stereo field of that file. All right. I didn't want to clamp down on that too much. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to shift my screens. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right, great. So I can see the chat and all that stuff. Okay. So next things next. That's the drums. Drums is done. So let's hear the drums as a section. At the end of the drums, okay, all I did was clip it. Input 3, output 3. Because I think at the very top it was clipping at 0, so I just backed it off 3 dB, and then I softened the knee on the clipper so it doesn't sound too crunchy. Smooth. The knee, smoothing that knee out makes things sound a bit more round, and you don't need too much. You hear how flat that is? And all I did was compress and clip. That's crazy. And I added a little room reverb to the drums to give it some life. That's all I did. Oh yeah, let's talk about the room reverb on drums. Now we're starting to mix. It sounds like it's in a space. So this room reverb, very short, almost like a reverse. I don't know why I did these settings, but they seem to work. Here's what they sound, man. And that's why it's hard for me to teach like a lot of like my concepts. I go by literally what it feels like. So check it out. Here's what this thing sounds like alone. But it sounds funky. It sounds kind of grainy, right? But check it out as it's added underneath the drums. It just makes things feel a little bit more real to me. And I probably could have backed off that, but I think at the time, the artist wanted more room sound to the drums. All right. The melodic section, I call this group the melodics. So as you can see, I have everything in folders. And in Studio One and Pro Tools and Logic, so Pro Tools has folder routing tracks. Logic has track stacks or folders, routing folders, and Studio One has bus folders. And so for me, I like to use these bus folders because, one, organization, two, I can do all my busing to this one track, and I can consolidate all my views to something very simple if I wanted to. All right, anyway, back to the melodic. So here's what the melodics sound like. Let's find a good section here. I did a bad job actually. What you call it? I should have did my label. I don't think I did my section. I normally have organization in my arranger, so I know where I'm at, but oh well. So here's all my melodics. And that's pretty much the melodic section. So what did I do to sauce up this very simple piano rhythm? So for the intro, so it really is just the four chords, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, four chords, and then they switch up to kind of a more calm, so they alternate. So what I needed to feel when the intro comes in. I always go for feel, right? So before it was just the start of this piano. I needed something to kind of I wanted it to feel like it's building into her part because it just started, right? Without this, it just started. And I'll show you real quick. So I did these reverses. And so without it, it's gonna sound like this.
I gotta get out of here.
But I needed something to build up. I needed something to kind of give me that, like that build into. So I did two reverses here, and you'll hear this first one. And so after that, I did a high pitched one. I don't know where I got this idea, but I hear it in movies the most. In movies. Usually that's like a string section, but I just took the piano. I took this, copied it down to a new track, and I just transposed it 12 octave. And then boom, okay? Or a whole octave, rather. And so boom, here's how it sounds when with the drums. Let me go ahead and just solo these with. Okay. All right, so there's that. No, I haven't tried that reverb yet. I haven't even heard of that actually. So what did I do on the piano itself? Okay, Tube Tech. I'm sorry, not Tube Tech. TB Tech, 3-body Tech EQ. I just knocked off a lot of the lows, really. I needed to make space because we have a lot of low end, and there's really unnecessary information right here on this piano. Everything else is above. Excuse me. And it wasn't to knock down the volume just because it was to kind of even out. This is a balance. I used this for balance on the piano. It was just a little bit too much low end. Okay. What else did I do? And then I just compressed it. Very, 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 very soft knee. I didn't want too much to go on. I wanted to be a piano without being, I wanted the compression, but not to make it sound compressed. Most people that play piano hate compression on piano because it kind of ruins it a lot. So I just made the knee very, very soft. And what that does, as the tails taper off, the compression tapers off kind of in rhythm, right? See how it kind of it rides with the decay of the piano. Sustain. All right. The next part is this rhythm, kind of like a rhythm guitar. Well, not a rhythm. It's like one of the main guitar parts. I really just don't know what to call it, but It's one of the low mid guitar parts. It's kind of like you see it goes throughout the entire song. All I did was EQ that. It already had like reverb. I'm sorry, it already had a delay on it. And then I sent it to this room reverb. And this one reverb pretty much is responsible for the entire melodic section, right? So this one reverb, all these are going to the same reverb, and I just put a little bit of EQ on that. Just rolled off. It's a pretty long reverb, big size, very wide, not too tall, and it just sounded right at the time. Okay. Next is, I think this is the other piano section. Yeah. And so there's another part right here where it kind of just builds up. So what that does is it's kind of like part of that transition to the next section. Some plucks. I didn't do anything to it. It just needed to be there. One of those things for the vibe. All right. Okay. So I'm telling you, this is very simple stuff. So Gorilla Drive. Okay. Safari Pedals been killing the game. Shout out to Safari Pedals, man. This Gorilla Drive, bro, it's just been such a good distortion unit. So what I've got going on is I input all the way, backed off the output by 10 dB, and I did a mix of it, 51% distortion, and all that does is give the rhythm guitar a little bit of hair. And then I backed off the overall volume here, but it just gives it that much, that life. It was just very whack without it. Not whack, no offense to the producer, but it just needed that, and that's what he wanted me to do. He wanted me to pull that out of the song, and that's what my job is, right, as an engineer. So, what do we got here? We got this. And this is an example of where, if it's, so we both work in Studio One. Shout out to John Robinson, the producer of the song. We both work in Studio One. So a lot of these things some of the things I didn't change. He had these the stock panners on these parts, and they work. So why change what's already working? So got the automatic panner going left, right, and then the other one going right, left. So they kind of alternate to keep out of each other's way. So that top line synth, that bell, it sounds pretty bad, but in the mix, it sits so good.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that I can love and lets me know that I'm enough. Yeah.
Similar thing with the full violin section. Gorilla Drive, once again, input all the way, blend all the way, output backed off, but I needed to make it a little bit wider. And again, here's a free plugin. It does an amazing job. It just gave that, it just gives it that nice hair on top of it, man. It just feels good. And then we have another piece here. A vocal. I didn't do anything to that except add reverb, honestly. cello, the low part of the violin, the string section, basically. And so didn't do anything to that except did I even add reverb? I didn't add reverb. It already had like some reverb baked in. So boom. It's really simple, man. I keep it simple. And so as a whole, the melodic section sounds like this. Pretty big. It just, I don't know, man. It gives it like more of a grainy synth vibe, but it sits well underneath like everything else. All right, moving on. Let's go to the bass line. Here's the bass. Couple tracks here, few tracks actually. Massive X plug-in, Presence, which is a stock Studio One joint with the contrabass, and Moto Bass, one of my favorite bass simulators. I don't produce anymore, but when I did, I was using that a lot. Here we go. And again, just giving that hair on it. I just cranked that and then boom. And I did not do anything else to the individual tracks. What I did do, however, was add the culture vulture. Well, I'm sorry, excuse me. This is the disc tube culture, the Arturia version of the thermionic culture vulture. So because I never invested in UAD, so this was the best I could get, and it's actually freaking fire. So check it out. And this compressor is just to side chain with the kick. Just to knock that out and give that slight pumping vibe. So the way I designed the side chain was I really wanted it to kind of pump in with the tempo. So I found the sweet spot of where that release should be to kind of give it that pumping vibe, okay? All right. Same thing with the melodics. I don't typically do this, but for pop, you kind of hear that pumping that helps everything kind of move in a rhythm. I did a similar thing with the melodics. So when that kick comes in, it's side chained against that, and everything kind of moves out the way to give it that pumping feel. Okay. All right. Everybody's favorite part. Let's go to vocals. Let's go ahead and not get rid of, but let oh, I digress. So all these three buses get summed or bussed into the like a all mix instrumental bus, and I use the Lindell stereo bus compressor, and this thing sounded amazing. So I don't know if you see the trend. All of these things are pretty much more modern sounding with the API look, the API feel. So check it out.
I got
It's just something about this. It gives it that modern movement, and then obviously I just clipped it. Oh wait, I guess I put the clipper there, but it's not really doing anything. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was just a safety precaution. Safety precaution. All right, let's go ahead and move on to vocals. Everybody's favorite part. I'm trying to make this quick because I got some other stuff to work on, but we all love vocals, right? And her vocals were stupid good on this one, man. All right, so let's see. All Vox, let's bring All Vox back. All right, we're gonna condense that down to this. And let's go ahead and break it down. All right, So there's that. Do I have all the vocals? Okay. Let me minimize that. Okay, so I didn't typically do the any like specific bussing for the lead vocals and the ad lib or not ad libs, fills or ad libs. But I definitely compressed. I did a lot of work on the leads here, so check it out.
I got I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things I think I wanna know. Well, sorry, but I got to go. I got another place to be where someone else can appreciate me a little more, a little more.
All right. So on the lead vocal, you can see that she's very dynamic. She got some really powerful moments and some really tender moments. What I did here on the lead vocal, auto tune. She didn't really need much. They typically the vocals come already tuned, but I just needed that pop feel, so I wanted to kind of add the auto tune, like the little grit, the little what's the word? Somebody use a cool word. Electricity, the auto tune electricity. And all it's really not doing too much. 50%, I would call this not doing too much at all. All right. Um Tuba. This is a free plugin from Analog Obsession. I wanted to have a preamp similar to the UAD 610 on her vocal because I like what it does to the top end of a lady's vocal. And this is the closest I could get without having to buy UAD. Analog Obsession Tuba. And so I did the level increase output just to kind of touch the saturation a bit, mic level, and I just increased the high frequency by 6 dB. It's basically a shelf, I believe. And that's pretty much it. So let's hear that.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear.
It really just accentuates that top end. All right. Next, I got one of my favorite de-essers. This is the Lindo 902. I always set mine. I actually save it as a default. Update the default preset for high frequency only. I don't want it to compress or de-ess the entire signal. I only want the 2.5K and up. All right. So there's that. Very simple. Did I do the? Oh, that might have been an accident, but whatever.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear.
Boom. Very simple stuff. Okay. Here's where a lot of the meat happens. Let me mute this. All right. So API again. We're looking at API. Lindo makes a great emulation. So here's the API version of their channel strip. And so I increased the gain into the preamp of the channel strip by 3 dB. I rolled off 116 hertz. I have the total harmonic distortion up plus 6 dB. I boosted the top end by 8.5 dB at 20. So why is that so extreme? Because I was looking for the gradual slope of the shelf at 20. So it actually starts at 15 if you do the slope. If you start the shelf at 20, or I think it starts more like 16, 17. But what it does is you hear the gradual lift in airiness up to 20 instead of starting the shelf lower because then it sounds kind of crazy. So check this out.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things I think I want.
And there's that. So the next thing that happened was I guess I boosted 9 dB at 100. I don't know why I did that. Let's see why.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in.
I see. I guess I just wanted more body. Not gonna lie. Sometimes I think I needed that body to come back because I had boosted so much.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear.
Yeah. Sounds like that's what I did. So keep doing that. So here at 5K, I did another boost, 4.5 dB.
I gotta get out of here.
So I think typically what I'm doing is I'm making these moves based off of where her vocal lives, right? So her vocal lives around 5K, and her natural fundamental is probably a derivative of 100 hertz. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at that.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things they think I wanna know. Well, sorry, but I got to go. I got another place to be where someone else can appreciate me a little more, a little. I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things they think I wanna know.
I don't know. It just sounded good. I think at that point, I think it was just a little, she just needed a little bit more body back in her vocal at the time. And it just sounded pretty good at that point. So I'm going to go with that. And then let's go listen to. I think these are pretty much the same. Yeah, because it's like a separate part or whatever. Yeah, same concept, separate part. All right. So let's move on to the. Oh yeah. So here, this is what I do for all my lead vocals. I add Dr. MS or some type of stereo imager to add width. Okay, that's all I do.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things they think I wanna know. Well, sorry, but I got to go.
So all it did was just spread it out. Dr. MS is a stereo mid-side processor and stereo imager. So it really spreads out audio. You can make things sound big and wide. Highly recommend Dr. MS. You can use it for a lot of applications. In this case, I just use it really is for like a master bus. But I used it for stereo widening. A little secret. All right. So next, let's go ahead and listen to these. Let's listen to what I did for the side. I'm sorry, the parallel comp.
I gotta get out.
Again, we're seeing our friend the 76 or 77. I don't like what it does when 20 is engaged, but I do like up to 12.
I gotta get out of here.
It's like something with when 20 is engaged. It's like a grittiness that I'm not a fan of.
I gotta get out of here.
Like it's just gritty enough, but clean enough. If I add 20 in there, it sounds kind of wild.
I gotta get out of here.
I like up to 12 better. And then the reverb. This is man. So this is actually Fox Echo from it's a new plugin from the new company called Safari Pedals. And this is based on like a space echo, but in a plugin, like a foot pedal format, right? That's kind of like the theme of all these. So I use this as not only just as a delay, but as a reverb, and the entire vocal, all the vocals are going through this type of sound because I wanted that kind of like older 80s vibe, reverb, delay thing, and but clean enough for it to be modern. Excuse me. And it sounds amazing. So check out how big it makes her vocals feel upon that intro.
I gotta get out of here.
Oh yeah, and it's chorused. So it makes it feel like it's wavy. That's another key to that. So let's listen to that.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things they think I wanna know. Well, sorry, but I got to go.
Yeah, man, I've been working, man. I've been doing a lot of work, and my car's in the shop. It's been a challenge. A lot of life is happening in the past like 6 months. And I'll fill you guys in like maybe a separate like monologue, personal video or whatever. Okay, so next let's look at the hook. Similar concept in the hook, and dude, I tell you what, all I did was copy a lot of these settings, man. I may have changed some here and there, but everything is out, as you can see, except for like the top band here on the backgrounds, everything is the same. Compression the same, everything is the same. I may have done some tweaks here and there, but each part had their purpose, right? So let's look at these different sections. Here are the backgrounds for the actual verse. Let's take a listen to that. Oh, I lied. This is actually the hook. Sorry.
And I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that I can love and lets me know that I'm enough. Yeah, I've been waiting patiently to find someone who can see me for who I am, not who I need to be.
Yeah, man, it sounded kind of good, but I think it was way more reverb than that.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that I can love and lets me know that I'm enough. Yeah, I've been waiting patient.
Oh, okay. So by the way, again, John Robinson not only produced the instrumental, he actually vocal produced this too. So and I just added my little vocal production on top of that. But he recorded the takes, comped the takes, all this. So this session comes in very organized. Some of this color scheme is his color scheme also. I might have changed a few things, but most of this is John's production. I'm just kind of making my job is to make it come to life, obviously. So, all right, so let's listen to the different parts here. These two, go here. I think are some of the whisper tracks. You guys ever use whisper tracks? You should try it one day. If you want yourself to sound kind of exciting, believe it or not, going the opposite and doing a whisper track underneath the main parts makes it sound more exciting. Check it out.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that.
And so not only does it make it sound exciting, it adds airiness to the hook, to the vocal, if whatever purpose you want to use it for. All right, so here we go. We have the main parts of the hook. So I typically ask for 4 or 3 to 4. So if I get 3, it's gonna be one on this each side and one in the middle, or I just hard pan everything. I think I hard panned everything this time because we had the leads and whatever going on.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that.
See, as you can see, the chain is the same, but the moves are different. I did not boost the top end on the preamp. I used a smoother compression on this part on these vocals, and then I did not. I guess I copied the same chain from the lead because this is the lead the lead hook part. So all these are similar.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I.
Personally, man, I like to if I'm it depends. I like to mix with all the stems because I can make it as perfect as it can get, right? If I get 2 tracks, I have to hope that the beat is mixed properly, or at least things are gain stage where I can fit the vocals in. Sometimes I get really great mixed beats. Most of the time, I don't, because they're competing with other producers, so they're gonna make the 808 loud. They're gonna make the melodic parts more focused instead of giving the vocals space. Um, so if I could get the stems and then or the excuse me the multi tracks, I can mold the sound to where it still embodies the producer's vision, yet I can fit the vocals in and make it all kind of work in unison together like one whole organism. All right, so these are the main parts. Here's the lower parts.
I've been waiting.
Mm.
Find someone that lets me know that I've been waiting.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I am not gonna lie. These are my favorite parts. The low part, because it just adds that. It adds that bit of. It just gives it that love, man. I ain't gonna lie.
And I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that I can love and lets me know that I'm enough. Yeah, I've been waiting patiently to find someone who can see me for who I am, not who I need to be.
And as you can see, I used that same reverb texture, except this time I just changed some of the timing of how the reverb reacts, the reverberated echoes react to the vocals. And because it's a bunch of vocals happening at this point in time, I definitely, I think here, let me see. Yeah, I think I went a little bit more moderate with the actual delay. So I didn't turn on the S and on S, which is the echo upon the echo, and I just turned up the reverb portion a little bit more. Okay. So next part, let's go to the basically the climax of the song, and there are more harmonies that excite the basically drive the point home at the end of the song here. So let's go ahead and take a listen at what those are doing. Grab these. Oops. Let me undo. And we just solo these.
I've been waiting. Find someone that lets me know that I've been waiting. Find someone that...
Man, she does beautiful harmonies, bro. Oh my God. Now listen to all these together.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that I can love and lets me know that I'm enough. Yeah, I've been waiting patiently to find someone who can see me for who I am, not who I need to be.
Amazing. Okay, amazing. And we're not done yet. We are not done. So what do I do normally? So to create this nice, solid foundation for the vocals to kind of sit right in the hook, again, rolled off and boosted some of that top end presence, rolled off a lot of that low end for the pop feel, and parallel compressed it.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that...
Now adding that brick of audio in underneath all that, right, sounds like this.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that...
it really brings that last bit of beautiful thickness to the vocal. The purple audio, man, it's all over this session. It's everywhere. All right, here is the one of my secret sauces, man. Ignore this preset name. I made this. I kind of just redid the preset to make it sound the way it sounds. And what this does, it modulates the vocal. This is why I made that one post a while back. To if you can get the H3000, get it, because what it adds, you can mangle voices, you can make reverbs, delays, whatever, but where it really shines is the pitch shifting combined with the delays. Now check it out what it's doing.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust to find.
My fault. My fault. My fault. My fault.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust to find someone that I can.
So this is kind of like a sneaky delay modulation underneath it, and all it does is just add more sauce. Check it out.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust. Someone that I can love. I can love. Me know that I'm enough. Yeah, I've been waiting.
It's just that much more over the top that helps it all fit together. So when it comes to uh when the beat's not balanced where I need it to be balanced, couple ways. I will EQ part of the beat where the vocals live, and just pull that down a bit. And or I would throw on this great plugin called Track Spacer, put it on the beat, sidechain it to any of the vocals that you wanted to listen to, and it'll cut out the frequencies wherever the vocal occurs, it'll cut those frequencies out of the beat, or it'll reduce so to create space. My favorite way to do that is with the mid side feature. So if you're, obviously you're gonna have a mono vocal, right? So I turn mid side on, so it'll duck out mainly the mids, and anything on the side it'll do whenever that happens, right? So it kind of works independently like that. And I don't think I didn't need to do that. Obviously, I didn't need to do that here because I was able to shape the beat, right? Soothe 2 can also sidechain. So it's another way, but you can kind of dial it in a little bit better with Soothe 2. The only thing about Soothe 2, sometimes it can sound a little strange if you're not careful. So just be very careful when sidechaining vocals to a beat using Soothe 2. Okay. All right, so now that we've kind of gone over all that, let's listen to everything. Oh wait, I'm sorry. On the vocal bus, de-esser to kind of just control all the S's because everything builds up, right?
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust.
It gets really bright in that top end when everything builds up. Rolled off some more low end. Because let's see, I wonder if we can see it.
I've been waiting long enough.
Not too much going on, but it cleans it up a little bit, just that little bit more. Then I add fresh air.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone.
Honestly, I probably shouldn't have done it this much, but it just worked. It just worked. And then a limiter, really simple stuff. Limiter, I think I did this for volume, honestly.
I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust.
Yeah, because when that lead vocal comes in, it definitely kind of overpowers things. So it's gonna knock it down 6 dB. The reason why I chose this limiter is because it's kind of like one of the more transparent, at least for me, it was the more transparent way to make that happen at the time. All right. Again, I should have started with this. So I wanted the API vibes, right? Studio One has mix effects where it turns every channel in your DAW into whatever flavor this is. So I chose the Alpine Desk, which is API. Drove it in just under 6, whatever this is. I don't know if it's 6 dB. Drove that in. I didn't turn anything else on. Left it at the transformer at 1:1. Put it just below 2.5 for the character, which is how much you want it to sound that way. And then I backed off the overall volume by 6 dB, okay? Because it was loud and I needed I needed a little headroom for mastering. So all these, so I basically, to think about it, I had basically kind of doubled up on the API thing. So it started with the API mix effects on the channel. Then I added the 50 at the end to give it some more API flavor. So everything in here is pretty much API. And let's hear it all together. And I'll turn this on and off so you can hear the difference. It just gives it that little bit of API hair on it. Lastly, since I didn't master this in this particular session, I just added the infamous, actually not infamous, the amazing Soundtech. And all I did here, what did I do? It was really mid-range focused. So I just boosted some of the upper mids with a very wide band. And I boosted some of the low mids with a very small but wide band. And I had this set to aggressive. I wanted to really get some grit out of this because this is a really clean EQ, but I wanted some of that grit. So here's what it actually looks like. The shelf is really big, the curve is really big. Hold on, let me see something. Wait a minute. Oh, I forgot. I did shelf this. I did shelf it up. We needed a little bit more brightness. I shelved it starting at 8K. So at the end of it all, I still needed more brightness. Even though I brightened all this stuff up, it was just something about the pop sound. It needed to be much more bright. And I was using tonal balance control to kind of tell, oh, did I even put it on pop? I guess it doesn't matter. It's a bass heavy track, so it just kind of worked out that way. And you can see the character of the song kind of fits within those parameters. And that's pretty much it, man. Nothing crazy complicated, nothing too wild. I did forget to mention that the hook has the new Antelope Audio native bus plugin. And before, when I started the live video, it was like on some crazy like reduction, but I think I corrected that and it sounds much better now. And I had the SSL GEQ on there. Again, boosting some of that top end, rolling off some of that low end, boosting some of the low end again. I think I just needed that body from it and I was not getting that, but it worked out. It worked out. So again, let's run it back.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things they think I wanna know. I'm sorry, but I got to go. I got another place to be where someone else can appreciate me a little more, a little more. And I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that I can love, and of myself, and that's all I need.
Hey, yo. Hey, you guys. What was the last thing you heard? I don't even know because I didn't realize my mic freaking died. Sorry about that. What was the last thing you guys heard? I'm just running my trap, bro. Didn't even realize. I need to find my other microphone. I have two, but I don't know where the other one went. Dang, man. Did you happen to future sound? Did you happen to hear my response to uh when the beat's not properly mixed, man? I didn't realize my doggone mic died. And yo, speaking of, while we're in this song, yeah, that 224 reverb is gold. It's really good. I was about to get the what do you call it? The relapse version. But let's see what this one sounds like. Oh, and by the way, they released an update for Studio One where AAX finally works. Let's see if this one. Let's see if these work. Let's see if the AAX works. For some reason, AAX was tripping, man. Oh yeah, it looks like we're good to go. We Yeah, 100%. What's up, Herv? My fault, y'all. I had no idea my mic was down. I didn't. I think it just happened. So if I haven't addressed your comment, let me know. So let's see. Let's play with these vocals while I'm on the hook with you guys.
I've been waiting long. I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things they think I wanna know. Oh, sorry, but I got to go.
Like off rip, this thing sounds really fire. I didn't even change anything. Let's see. What else can we get? Let's see. Big. Let's see. What can we get like a big reverb? Let's see if they got a really big preset. Pause. Hmm. Say vocal plate. Let's try plate.
I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things they think I wanna know. Oh, sorry, but I got to go. I got another place to be where someone else can appreciate me a little more, a little more. And I've been waiting long enough to I gotta get out of here from all these people whispering in my ear, telling me things they think I wanna know. Oh, sorry, but I got to go. I got another place to be where someone else can appreciate me a little more, a little more. And I've been waiting long enough to find some.
I dig that. I still kind of like the delayed, like the delayed echo from this, but that UAD 224, it just shows up and sounds good. So great choice, man. I recommend you make that purchase. I recommend you make that purchase. I might still get the Relab one because it seems like the Relab just has a little bit more functions. That I don't know, maybe. But yeah, dude. Oh, let's see. Did I master this? I think I did. I think I did it with Ozone. Let me see some. Taking a while because I have this actually backed up on my backup drive. I already kind of archived it for now. Okay, so let's go to projects. Oh, here it is. I should have got an SSD. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, check your Studio One. If you're a Studio One user, oh, it's because I moved that, my backup folder. Uh, one, dude. Yeah, I did use Ozone though. Okay, file. Right here, man. Why can't I select it? Okay, anyway, let me see what I can do. Find the file. Copy it. It's really. Oh, wait. I don't know what I did with it, but either way, it doesn't really. All right, drag this over. I'm just gonna use the same pane. So here's the song. Here's what I did to master it. Ozone, Ozone 11, killing it right now, man.
I gotta get out of here whispering in my ear, telling me things they think I wanna know. Well, sorry, but I got to go. I got another place to be, where someone else can appreciate me a little more, a little more. And I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that I can love and lets me know that I'm enough. Yeah, I've been waiting patiently to find someone who can see me for who I am, not who I need to be.
And that, I mean, it's not complicated. Check this out. Like a lot of my process kind of, and this is why I'd like to mix bottom up, because for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the work I do at the track level helps the end result. Like as you can see, this is literally less than 1 dB of gain on the mastering EQ, just helping it kind of balance out these sections a little bit. I'm not sure if this was even doing anything. Imager just made it a little bit more wide, gradually, a little bit here and there. Recovered the sides since I brought this back down the low end. Clarity, I think what Clarity is doing is, let's take a listen.
And I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that I can love and lets me.
So what I hear it doing is actually making the vocal sound more focused. The stabilizer, let's see what that's doing.
And I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that I can love and lets me know that I'm enough. Yeah, I've been waiting patiently to find someone who can see me for who I am, not.
So what it's doing is just shaping it for this particular profile, pop profile, nice and bright, nice and forward. That's what the stabilizer is doing. Dynamic EQ solving a few problems before the end here.
And I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I'm enough. Yeah, find someone who can.
So Ozone was hearing some resonance in these sections, and that's going to help in the long run by cleaning up everything before we hit the maximizer. My output was like -6 or something. I just gained it about 8 dB to kind of push it past that point and clip a little bit. So what I did here was I engaged a soft clip about 10% with what is this? A soft clipper. Yeah, light soft clipper, and I upward compress. So all that low volume information kind of gets pushed up to kind of bring it to the front.
And I've been waiting long enough to find someone that I can trust, to find someone that I can love and lets me know that I'm enough. Yeah, I've been waiting patiently to find someone who can see me for who I am, not who I need to be. I got.
And that's it, my friends. It really wasn't that complicated. I did a lot of work in the mix to kind of get everything balanced and sounding good together. and the master barely had to do much. I mean, you see, the just in case we got it pulling down -5 dB, but did it ever really pull that much down? Let's see during the hook. Not at all. It just really kind of just controlled those loud, those final little bits of audio. And that's how the mastering went with Ozone. I think what we get misconstrued, a lot of folks get misconstrued, is that you have to do a lot with Ozone. You really don't. You really don't. Especially when your mix is good, you could actually ruin a mix with a terrible master when you're trying to do too much. So I recommend very light moves. And honestly, you can actually use Ozone to see where you could do work, right? So for example, let's say I got a mix that I think I'm happy with. I'll throw Ozone on there, have it do the do its little thing, the analyzer thing. And if the first thing I see is on the equalizer that is boosting 6 dB of top end, that obviously I made a mistake somewhere. Or it's reducing 4 to 5 dB of low end, I've made a mistake somewhere, clearly. um, so it's all about kind of perspective. I don't typically use Ozone, but I used it for this because Ozone 11 just sounds amazing these days. And in this case, when I ran it, I was like, wow, I guess I did most of what I needed to do, because it only did these minor moves, which is what a mastering engineer would do anyway. Minor moves to enhance the sound and get it to as loud as it can possibly be without sounding like trash. And boom, there you are. So there's my take on that. And without further ado, I just wanted to touch bases with you guys, get on here live. Y'all can go back. I don't delete any of the lives. Y'all can go back and kind of pause here and rewind there so you can see what I did, copy the chains, whatever you want to do. Um, and a big shout out to, what the heezy? A big shout out to Ariana Colletti and uh John Robinson. These two incredible folks within the music industry, and it's always an honor to work on somebody's song. So I just want to touch base with y'all. I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to hit me on Instagram or somehow shoot me some DM, or just comment on the video, share, like, subscribe. Um, my next video is going to be a review of my new studio monitors. These things, man, go check out the first look, and you guys will see what I got. And my next video is going to be like the month and a half, 2 month review. And yeah, that's coming soon, y'all. One love. I don't know why I say one love. That's really not something I say, but y'all suckers take it easy, man.